Okay student, let us discuss about the structure of the brain. It is the part of the central nervous system and it is the main site for the control of information and the processing. It is the brain is obtained from the neuroectoderm in the embryonic system, if you observe, and entire the part of the brain is enclosed in the cranial cavity. Okay, and cranium, it is also called brain box. It is also called brain box. Entire the brain is covered with the bones of the cranium, cranial bones. Okay, and part of the brain, surrounding part of the outer surface of the brain is covered with the three connective tissue membranes. These are called cranial meninges. Cranial meninges. These are cranial meninges are three number: dura mater, it is the inner layer. Okay, and dura mater which covers the outer surface, adhere to the outer surface of the brain, and arachnoid matter, it is the thin middle layer, and pia matter, it is the outer layer in three cranial meninges. It is also thin. Okay student, this is the pia matter covers the inner surface of the cranial cavity. Okay student, next what about subarachnoid space? It is the space between the arachnoid matter and the pia matter. That is, arachnoid matter is separates with the pia matter by the help of the subarachnoid space. Okay student, next another majorly three parts present in the brain. These are the three parts are forebrain, midbrain and the hindbrain. Now what about the forebrain? Forebrain is with mainly olfactory bulb, cerebrum and diencephalon. These are the three parts present in the forebrain. Okay student, and first one about olfactory bulb. Olfactory bulb that receive sensory impulses from the olfactory epithelium of the nose. Next under cerebrum. What about the cerebrum? It is the second part in the forebrain. Students, it is the diagrammatic part that shows the sagittal section of human brain. Okay, and if you observe this diagram, this is the part is the cerebrum. This is the entire the part. It occupies most portion of the brain. That is cerebrum. It is the part of the forebrain. Okay student, cerebrum, longitudinal fissure is there. Okay, if you observe the region of the cerebrum in the forebrain, one of the longitudinal fissure is there in the central part of the cerebrum that divides the cerebrum into left and the right parts. Each of the part is formed by the longitudinal fissure is called cerebral hemisphere. Okay student, and another one of the structure is there, that is corpus callosum. Okay student, this is the corpus callosum. Corpus callosum is present in internal part of the cerebrum. Two cerebral hemisphere, left and the right cerebral hemisphere, internally connected with mid transverse myelinated fibers, bundle of the myelinated fibers arranged as mid transversely. That is the bundle of the myelinated fiber which connects the both of the cerebral hemisphere. That is called corpus callosum. Corpus callosum controls and regulates between the coordination between two cerebral hemispheres. Next, another one, what about the cerebral cortex? Cerebral cortex, upper portion of the cerebrum or cerebral hemisphere is called cerebral cortex. This is the cerebral cortex appeared as a gray matter. Okay, student, upper portion, that is called cerebral cortex. Upper portion of the cerebrum is called cerebral cortex. And this is mainly with the cell bodies of the neurons. Cell bodies of the neurons concentrated in the cerebral cortex, hence it is appeared as a gray matter. Okay, student. Next, if you observe cerebral cortex, cerebral hemisphere, upper surface, this is shows many amount of the fold-like structures, fold-like surfaces. These are the folds are called gyri. These are the folds called gyri. Okay, student. Next, under between the folds there is a deepest groove-like structures. Deepest structures. These are called sulci of fissures. Sulci and fissures. Okay, student. Upper surface of the cerebral cortex that has many folds. These are the folds called gyri. Between the folds there is a deepest grooves, deepest structures, hollow structures. These are called sulci or fissures. Okay, students. Next, another, if you observe each of the cerebral cortex that consists of three areas. One is the sensory area, another one is motor area, next third one is association area. Sensory area, it regulates, controls sensory impulses. Okay, student. And another motor areas, this is regulates and activates muscular movements in the body. Next, association areas, both of the functions are regulated by association areas. This is the cerebrum is also act as a main site for memory and the communications. Next, under students, what about cerebral medulla? Cerebral medulla, the part of the inner part of the cerebrum, that is called cerebral medulla. Cerebral medulla is concentrated is with the myelinated axons. Okay, part of the cell body of neuron is present in cerebral cortex, and part of the, and at the same time the axons of the neuron is located or concentrated in cerebral medulla. Okay, student, this is up because it is appeared as white in color, so appeared as a white matter. Next, it is concentrated with myelinated axons. These are the axons are covered with the myelinated sheath, hence these are called myelinated axons. Myelinated myelin layer that covers the outer surface of the axon of neuron, hence these are called myelinated axons. Students, another, what about cerebral hemisphere? Already you know cerebral hemisphere. Cerebrum is divided into left and the right cerebral hemisphere by the longitudinal fissure. Okay, and each one of the cerebral hemisphere that consists of four lobes. These are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and the another occipital lobe. A student, what about diencephalon? It is the next part in the forebrain, and it is divided into three parts. One is the epithalamus, next another one is the thalamus, and the third one is hypothalamus. Epithalamus forms the roof of the diencephalon. Roof of the diencephalon is formed by epithalamus. Okay, student, and it is the epithalamus. It is mainly non-nervous part. Okay, student, and epithalamus is fused with pia mater. Pia mater is the upper layer in cranial meninges. Okay, student, It is covers the inner surface of the cranial cavity, and it is the pia mater fused with the part of the epithalamus and form the anterior choroidal plexus. It is the choroid plexus, means it is formed with the network like structure of the blood capillaries, that means vascular. Okay student, anterior choroid plexus is appeared at the anterior part of the brain. It is called anterior choroid plexus. Okay student, and another one, what about the thalamus? It is the thalamus, it is the main center and for motor and the sensory signaling. It is acting as a main center for motor and the sensory signals present in the body through the help of the nervous system, and which is passes through the nerves. Okay student, next, what about hypothalamus? What about hypothalamus? It is act as a thermostat. It is mainly thermostat in the body. It is also called. Next, lies at the base of thalamus. It is locates lies at the base of thalamus. It is locates at the base of thalamus. Okay student, and hypothalamus forms funnel shaped downward extension from the region of the hypothalamus. It forms the funnel shaped downward extension. Students, hypothalamus, this is the region is hypothalamus, and above the hypothalamus there is a thalamus. Okay student, one of the funnel shaped downward extension formed from the region of the hypothalamus, and that is called infundibulum. By the help of the infundibulum, hypothalamus is connected with the pituitary gland. Okay student, it is connected with the pituitary gland. Okay, hypothalamus is connected via infundibulum. It is connected to the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland, it is the main gland in the part of endocrine system in the body. Okay student, this is the hypothalamus is contain neurons. The part of the neurons present in the hypothalamus secretes hormones. These are called neurohormones or hypothalamic hormones. The mainly hypothalamus regulates the autonomous nervous system in the body, and it is also consists some amount of the centers regulate that type of the functions. Osmoregulatory center, thermoregulatory center, satiety center, okay student, hunger centers, thirsty centers. These are the centers present in the part of the hypothalamus. These are the functions also regulated by this. Next student, you know epithalamus. Epithalamus, that is covered with the epithelium. Epithelium forms the stalk-like structure that is called pineal stalk. That is, the pineal stalk ends with the rounded body-like arrangement that is called pineal body. It is also acting as one of the endocrine gland. Okay student. Next, another one, limbic system. What about the limbic system? Limbic system, deep structures. If you observe cerebral hemisphere that shows the deep cavity like arrangement, deepest lobe like arrangements. If you observe inner part of the cerebrum, okay, these are the parts called amygdala, okay student, or hippocampus, entire the system present in the cerebrum region, that is called limbic system. Okay student, limbic system regulates sexual behavior in the body and also controls express emotional responses. Okay student. Next, another one, midbrain. What about the midbrain? Midbrain that consists This is between the thalamus pons varoli. Midbrain is between the thalamus and pons varoli. Okay, student. And if you observe ventral portion of the midbrain, that shows the band-like structure. Okay, student. This is arranged with the neural fibers. If you observe ventral portion of the midbrain, that consists of longitudinal band-like arrangement, which is formed by nerve fiber. Okay, longitudinal bands. This is called crura cerebri or cerebral peduncles. It is also called cerebral peduncles. Crura cerebri, cerebral peduncles, or these are the ventral longitudinal band-like structure at the ventral portion of the midbrain. Okay, this is the crura cerebri, connects cerebral hemisphere with the pons. Cerebral hemisphere connected to the pons. Cerebral hemisphere, these are the parts of the forebrain. Okay, student. And pons, this is the part of the hindbrain. Both are combined with the longitudinal band-like structure, which is present at the ventral portion of the midbrain. That is called crura cerebri or cerebral peduncles. Next, what about the dorsal portion of the midbrain? Dorsal portion of the midbrain, if you observe, that consists of 4 lobes. Okay, student. Upper portion that consists 2 lobes, and lower portion that shows the 2 lobes. Upper portions are called superior caliculi, and lower portion that are called inferior caliculi. Okay, entire these 4 lobes constitutes the corpora quadrigemina. These are related with the functions of auditory and the visual. Okay, visual and the auditory functions both are regulated by superior caliculi and the inferior caliculi, which constitutes corpora quadrigemina. Okay, student. Next, another one, hindbrain. What about the hindbrain? Okay, student. Hindbrain, that one is mainly consists 3 parts. One is the cerebellum. Okay, student. This is the part called cerebellum. Entire the part is called cerebellum. Next, another one is the pons. This is the pons. This is the region is pons. And the last part is medulla. This is the part is called medulla. Okay, student. And what about the cerebellum? Cerebellum is consists of 2 cerebral hemisphere by the vermis. The part of the cerebellum, it is also called little brain. Okay, student. And it is the second largest part in the brain. Okay, student. Cerebellum is the largest part in the brain. Okay, this is the cerebellum divides into 2 cerebellar hemispheres, and it is possible by the middle vermis. Okay, student. Next, another, if you observe each one of the cerebellar hemisphere, not a cerebral hemisphere, it is the cerebellar hemisphere. It consists 3 lobes, divides into 3 lobes. One is anterior, second one is posterior, third one is flaccular lobes. Okay, student. It is upper portion of the cerebellar hemisphere is appeared as a white tree-like branch structure, that is called arbor vitae. Okay, it is entirely includes with the white matter. Okay, student. White matter only present in the upper surface of the cerebellar hemisphere, which is appeared as branch tree-like structure, that is called arbor vitae. Entire the part of the arbor vitae is surrounds with the grey matter again. Okay, student. Next, another one. What about the function of the cerebellum? Cerebellum mainly involved in locomotory movements. It is also called gyroscope of human body. Okay, locomotory movements and the equilibrium, body equilibrium is maintained by the cerebellum. Next, and the pons varolii. Pons varolii, it is called pons. It is the pons. And front of the cerebellum, it is located at the front of the cerebellum. And another one below the midbrain. Okay, student, below the midbrain. Next, under above the medulla, this is the region is called medulla. Locates above the medulla, and it is forms a bridge between the cerebellar hemisphere. It is also forms the one of the bridge-like arrangement between the cerebellar hemisphere of cerebellum. Next, it is pons varolii acting as a relay station between the cerebellum, spinal cord, and the rest of the brain. It is acting as a relay station. Okay, according to nerve impulse, transmit and receives the nerve impulses. Okay, student, it is the relay station between the cerebellum, spinal cord, and rest of the brain. And this is the pons varolii consists one of the center. That is the center is called pneumotoxic center. Pneumotoxic center helps and regulates the movement of the respiratory muscles. Okay, student. Next, another one, last part, that is the medulla oblongata. What about the medulla oblongata? It is the last part of the brain. Okay, last part of the hindbrain. This is the medulla oblongata, arises from the pons. This is the part below the pons. This is the medulla part. Medulla oblongata is also called. Okay, student, and it forms the, it consists the posterior choroid plexus. It consists thin vascular bundle like vascular network like arrangement, that is called posterior choroid plexus. It is the posterior choroid plexus. Anterior choroid plexus present at the region of the epithalamus of diencephalon, but it is the posterior choroid plexus. Posterior choroid plexus. Choroid plexus means it is the network like structure formed with the blood capillaries. Okay, student, posterior choroid plexus. And brainstem, brainstem, what about the brainstem? Brainstem means part of the midbrain, pons and the medulla. These are constitutes the, both are called as brainstem. Okay, student, it is the medulla oblongata contains different types of the centers which is involved in the body functions. Okay, respiratory center, cardiovascular center, sneezing center, vomiting centers. Okay, student, these are the centers present in the region of the medulla oblongata.